Yo! Hello! How we doing? Welcome to the live stream. My name's Mikey. And thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you're all doing well. We have a doozy today. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from. What have you been up to in the old Warhammer community today, recently? How are things? How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful time. But chat, I've been journalism. What do you say when you've been doing journalism, but consistently, as in an ing, as a doing verb, right? It's a verb, right? Journalisming. Warboot. Yeah, shout out to the Warboot, bro. Journalizing. That just sounds like I'm writing in my diary. You know? That just sounds like I'm writing in my diary, you know? I'm writing in my journal. Oh, but chat, it's been a good one. It's been interesting. We broke a news story on Monday, and it's blown up. It's blown up, chat. It's been crazy. So we're going to go over it today. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 21 different references to talk about today. That's how much journaling I've been doing. I've been doing so much journaling today. But I do need to tell the entirety of my Discord that's gone live. So give me one moment. But I hope everyone's doing well. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from, what you've been up to. What things have you been doing? What Warhammer things or tabletop gaming related things have you been up to? Chat, the Siege Studios situation just got so much worse. Tune in. It's been a funny one. It's been a bit of a funny one because we're not gonna mess about. I'm not gonna drag it out. We are gonna get straight into it. I'm just waiting for people to tune in because, you know, I've only just gone live. It kind of blew up really because, like, I kind of got like a little tip off on Monday and we spoke about it on Monday. And then we've been fucking, it's just like, I was like, well, do I make a video about this? No, I'll hold off for now. And then I'll like talk about all of it on Wednesday. And then it kind of blew up yesterday. So I'm really glad I didn't, because I was going to like edit the clip from Monday into a video yesterday morning. And I was like, you know what? I'll do the Space Marine one because that'll be funny. And it has been. And it has been. The transvestigating Space Marine heads has been very hilarious. Someone has told me that they hope a Muslim takes my house. So they're having a normal one over there. You know. They've been having a normal one. And then, yeah, the C Studios situation has kind of blown up a little bit. It was absolutely mad yesterday. Like, every day, and it was just like every hour, sorry, something new was out about it. It was crazy. How many comments did you ban from your Space Marine video? Just a couple. I'm just replying to them in the minute. I'm just giving them really snarky replies. Because, like, the one that said, I hope a Muslim takes your house, I said, I think anyone taking my house will be quite annoying. And you know what? I think that's true. Full on South Park BP, we're sorry. Yeah, literally. We had the we're sorry video yesterday. We're not sorry we did it. We're sorry we got caught. So I'm going to give you the full rundown of everything that happened with the full timeline momentarily. Just waiting for people to come in. Talk about spiral out of control. Yeah, literally, it's just fucking wild. Wild, dude. Wait, they didn't say that. They didn't say what? Sorry, or what? Oh, right, yeah. I'm sorry, they did say that. I missed one day, I can't wait for this. Yeah, I'll give you the full rundown, dude. I'll give you the full breakdown. Like I said, we're starting in fucking Monday afternoon, I think he started. He did say sorry, but I don't think it was a genuine sorry. He did apologize. But the reasons for his actions don't follow the timeline of the story, if that makes sense. In all fairness, to trademark a name costs a lot. It costs about £175 in the UK. I've been informed. And also, you should only trademark something that you own and created, not something a guy who is now dead created. You know what I mean? You know, that's kind of where trademarks should be, right? Trademark something that you created, not someone who is now dead created. Probably the best idea, you know? Which we'll get into. But momentarily, I'm going to give it another minute or two before we start. Why does cost matter? It was a morally bankrupt move. Well, yeah, literally. God, we should let the billionaires do everything because they do have a lot of money. We should let the billionaires own everything because they do have a lot of money and it is quite expensive. You know? They didn't make anything, they just bought it. And we should congratulate them for buying it. I did say about this stuff last night. This is about the Siege Warbeat thing. Yeah, I'm going to give you a full rundown today, Dave. I'll give you a fun rundown momentarily. Why have they even tried to do this? Lee, I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm going to tell you, bro. I promise you. I promise you. Waiting on the third controversy this week because we've already had two. What was the first controversy? What was the first controversy we had this week? It's just, this week's going so fast. It's Wednesday morning, my dudes. I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. There's no problem with taking a business decision that makes you money. Just don't try and plead morality and community values while you do it, and really don't cry when the hypocrisy gets pointed out. Yeah, literally. Oh, the transvestigate. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Did you see the Warcom article about rules? I did. This morning, I didn't. I didn't see a Warcom article this morning about rules. I saw a Warcom article from Dropbox with rules that were wrong. That's definitely something I did see. Your downloadable faction rules are changing. Is this today? What is this? Some changes are coming to the Warhammer Community Downloads page to make it easy for players to find all their updated Warhammer 40,000 faction rules. To explain what's moving, Kenny from the Warhammer Studio is on hand with a quick rundown. The downloadable faction rules for Warhammer 40k are making a consolidation move. To improve the play experience and make the game more accessible, faction packs will now be available for each Warhammer 40,000 faction, collecting pre-existing documents into one convenient place. This means that all the additional rules clarifications that supplement your codex from extra attachments and date sheets to FAQs and RAL will be contained in one handy pack. Each pack will have a contents page that will enable to quick look up the rules you're looking for, and a color-coded version change log that will keep you up to date with the faction while identifying changes at a glance. Whether you're looking for new ways to play your faction or Legend data sheet, you need the next era campaign. There's one home. I won't say separate. The miniature file with all the game's points will continue to be a separate document. What? Faction pack. Oh. Oh. Wait, let me look at Space Marines, because this will be the problem one, right? This is going to be the problem child. Where is he? There he is. Space Marines. 178-page document. It's a 178-page document to check an FAQ. In concept, I don't mind this. In concept, I don't mind this. This is fine. but I don't want to have to download Warhammer Legends every time I want to check an FAQ. I don't want to check a one-line update and have to download a 178-page document because all the legends are in there. This is... No, okay. In theory, this makes sense. Legends shouldn't be in here. I don't mind the idea of a faction pack. Download all of this. I think the FAQ should be first and then the information. But yeah, like every time... How large is this file? Let's download it and find out. Never mind. How large is this file? Oh, it's only 23 meg. Bro, are you on dial-up? No, but it's just the concept of like wasting energy to download legends, which I'll never use. Drukhari points are out. Oh, well, that's fine. We already spoke about those. I just realised... It says how big it is there. It says how big it is on the screen. Okay, if they're consolidated so they're not large files, that's fine. It's when they're not optimized, you know? In concept, I don't mind this. This is fine. I think Legends should be separate, to be honest. I think Legends is fine to be separate. Because you've still got all this. What's all this still doing here if we don't need this? Being a nearly 50-year-old bloke, seeing GDW actually give something away for free makes me feel like we're in a parallel universe. They've given nothing extra for free, don't forget. It's just the same shit, just in a one document. I wonder how close that download is in page length to the page downloads of the actual Marine Codex. I think the Marine Codex is like 200 pages, so it's not far off. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think that's fine. I like this, but it's whether they're going to actually do it properly. You know what I mean? Because I can see them fucking saying, "Yeah, there's no updates," and then there's like a huge one that's really important. What's changed in the data slate? I don't think anything has. Has anything actually changed? I don't think so. It's new because it's been published today. Where's the data slate? Oh, it says new there. Oh, they've added a contents page. They've separated it all out into single pages. I'm not angry about this. This is fine. In theory, in concept, quite good this actually. Because it just consolidates everything so you don't have to like scroll through to find where you're at. They've just reformatted it. Everyone has their own page. There's a contents page. New trademark registered for faction pack. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I just don't need legends in it, but it's not the end of the world. Space Marine is the worst one, but at least it's at the end. Fine. That's cool. That's fun. Where's my my 3 data? That's cool. Where's my 3 detachments though for my armies? You know, every quarter we're gonna release 3 detachments. We've still not seen them. We've had 1 set. Space into the worst faction. Deathwatch, I'm gonna have to ban you, mate. Deathwatch, I'll let you go. Off you go, mate. And we can make it. We're gonna make it members only live stream. Member Decknull? No, me neither. Chat, you enjoying the new tunes? I've got City Pop on. What do you reckon? Do you feel hype? Do you feel cool? Do you feel epic? Right. We have... There are new marine detachments of sort. I guess technically, yeah. But there is supposed to be 3 every 3 months with the balanced data slates, which we haven't had yet. Have you released for the rules for Kill Team and Deathwatch? Nope. 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 Not. Let's check faction pack Deathwatch. There isn't one. There isn't a faction pack Deathwatch. Of course not. Oh, there is. Ignore me. What's new? Index Deathwatch. Let me just check the Deathwatch Veterans data sheet. No, still the old one. Still the old one. Nada. Are there any good tunes to the new Sonic Racing game? I think there are. Aren't they mostly rehashes? Aren't they mostly rehashes from Crossworlds? You know what I mean? Like remixes of the original. Okay. Let's get into the drama, the gossip. Okay. If you watched Monday's stream, some of this is going to be a rehash because we were actually talking about this live because I was getting tipped off live about this story. And it's all about Siege Studios. Now, I've never really had a problem with Siege Studios personally, but I've seen and heard a lot of horror stories, you know. However, I'll try and leave my biases at the door, and I will be talking exclusively about the situation that's happening now. If you'd all like to type the word war boot in chat just to make sure that we are keeping track, that would be really handy. So I love waking up, watch Mikey calling people out on their shit. Look, bro, I just don't like people who bullshit, you know? I just don't like, I can't stand people bullshitting, you know? That's all that makes me angry, is when people lie and bullshit, you know? So I don't call people out, I just point out the hypocrisy. Is that calling people out? So be it. On Monday, I was sent a link or a screenshot of a Facebook group, and a lot of this is from Facebook, so I apologize about the formatting in advance. I was sent this screenshot, and it says, from the Northwest Wargames Jumble. Okay. Now, Northwest referring to the England, you know, Manchester, Liverpool, etc. Jerry Brawley says, hello, all. I've had to remove the word war brute from the title as it has the word war boot. I'm going to rephrase this because it's just not very good English. Hello, I've had to remove the word war boot from the title of this group because war boot has been officially trademarked by Siege Studios. War boot now changed to Jumble at Jerry Brawley. I love the bit that Jerry Brawley he's tagging himself to make sure he sees that the group has changed. Now, you might be sat there as not a proud Englishman like myself. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that in the current political times. You might be sat there as like non-English person, non-English speaker. Like, what the fuck is a war boot? Okay. Now, in the UK, we have what's known as a car boot, okay, or a car boot sale. And these are basically the same as trunk sales that they're known as in Canada. They're essentially yard sales that you have in the US. Essentially, a car boot sale is basically everybody gathers in a field, right, with all their old shit that they don't want, and then they put it out on a little table and they sell it to other people, you know? We all line up with our cars and we put little tables out and we sell our old stuff. Like you would a yard sale, but everyone gathers in the same place. We don't have people walking up and down the street. We all gather in the same place. And maybe, do you know what? I should just get a picture of a car boot and show you. We all gather in the same place, open our cars, and have people wandering around, you know what I mean? So if you don't know what a car boot is, or a war boot is, it originates from... Okay, the image didn't load, 1 second. It originates from the idea of a car boot. This is what a car boot looks like. So you can buy people's old belongings cheap, basically. And the reason you call it a car boot is if you look, everyone's car boot is open. The concept of it was you put it in the back of the car and sold it from the back of the car, you know? So if you didn't know what a car boot is, this is what a car boot is. It's where yard sales originate from. Now, a war boot is the wordplay of changing the C to a W. Now it's got war in it, which means it's related to Warhammer, okay? So it's essentially a gathering of people, not usually in a field when it comes to war boots. It's usually in like little convention halls and stuff. a war boot is essentially a second-hand trade show where normal people like you or me, take our old shit and we sell it to other people. And then we go out and buy more shit from other people. The idea is to have a clear out and then you end up buying stuff yourself there with the money that you've made. Okay? So if you didn't know what a war boot or a car boot is, now you know. Now you know why we can keep going. The concept of the word war boot comes from the idea of a car boot, but selling just Warhammer. It's specifically Warhammer. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of like another example. You know, like swap meets and stuff like that, where they trade like remote control swap meets and stuff like that. It's like that sort of idea. Everyone meets in the same place and sells the same shit. Basically, tabletop games. Not to be confused with other car-based meet-up in car parks. Can we use car? Let's chat. Let someone copyright Car Hammer, okay? Car Hammer. That's me playing spearhead in the back of a car down the motorway. I think that's where we're at. So yeah. So Jerry Brawley. Now you've got this information of what a car boot is and what a war boot is. The term war boot has been officially trademarked by Siege Studios, and obviously, that's pretty weird. You know what I mean? Pretty strange, to be honest. It's a little odd. And obviously, like, someone sent me the trademark, because obviously trademarks in the UK are completely public. And here it is, a trademark number, trademark, war boot. Filing date, 6th of June, 2025. Date of entry in the register, 29th of August, 2025. Because there's a small cool-off period in the UK. And essentially, it takes around 2.5 months for a trademark application to become a trademark, you know? Before it is like conscripted, before it's registered, it's under an examination phase. So there's about 2.5 month wait time. So as of the 29th of August 2025, this trademark, which is the logo for for Siege Studios' own war boot, okay, which I actually haven't brought up, which I should. As soon as I Google this, it's just going to be awful. Yeah. One second. Let me just find it. I can't even search for Siege Studios War Boot without all of the apology video coming up first. Here it is. Sorry, chat. I just missed a tab. So this is Siege Studios War Boot. So this is their event, which is, as you can see, an indoor second-hand trading thing. You know what I mean? It's just a little hall with tables set up. Probably charging £20 to £25 per person, charging people entry, you know, to get in to actually go and buy stuff. But yeah, it's just a second-hand sales thing. And War Boot, which is a Facebook page with this logo, is owned by Siege Studios, okay? So they run events called War Boot, the buy and sell wargaming market, and they run events all the time. Look at that, one on the 1st of December, the one in another one on the 1st of this December, or whenever it is. So, they've copyrighted this. And I want you to be very, very clear, they have copyrighted this, okay? Just remember this bit, okay? So, multiple other people were then being contacted, such as Wirral Warboot and Wirral Warcon Tabletop Gaming Convention, which Wirral is a small part of, like, the Liverpool area. It's a very small place, and they run a very small War Games convention, and they'd also been contacted by Siege Studios. It says, we've been contacted as well. We seek advice for any changes are made to our page, events, or advertising, because they run a small wargaming convention. I don't know how many people attend, but it's in Wirral. It's not like a huge one that's like the biggest one in the country or whatever. They're doing cool things, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to belittle them or anything like that. But I'm just saying, it's like a small group of people, probably like 2 or 3 people that organize this, and they do it for the love of the game, you know? Shout out to Wirral Warboot. I hope you fucking find all the success possible. But anyway, they put out a statement yesterday morning, and here it is. It's quite the long one, but they were not gonna go down without a fight. Just let's say that much, you know. So it says, morning all, probably not the update you guys were waiting for, but things have gone on behind the scenes. I just want to be as transparent as I possibly can. This message is in relation to Wirral Warboot events we run and does not impact the Wirral Warcon tabletop gaming convention anyway. So the Wirral Warboot, the car boot that's indoors, is like a small part of their larger convention, you know? Yesterday, I received both an email and a message via Facebook Messenger to the page from a representative of C Studios, who I've not named, regarding their trademark of the word warboot. Now, this is very important. The trademark of the word warboot. In this correspondence, we have been advised that we can no longer use the term warboot in relation to any events, advertisements, or social media, and that we need to change the name of the group and our events to reflect this. At the moment, this will not be happening. I'm seeking further advice and clarification as to what this actually means for our little community-driven endeavour to the Wirral Warboot. From my understanding, this could be incorrect. When a trademark is filed, there's a 2-month period when it can be challenged. C Studios have appeared to have contacted everyone using some derivative of the warboot term just after this 2-month period has ended, because as I said, it ended 29th of August, or like it was like officially like registered 29th of August. For full transparency, copy the message in the comment section. To sound disappointed is an understatement. And further transparency, the Wirral Warboot events are a non-profit endeavor. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a little, like just people doing it for the game. You know what I mean? Funds paid by tables by sellers are to cover the cost of the hall/hire/setup. At times, tables have even been given for free to help people out, which believes me out of pocket. From the beginning, I've been clear that I just want to get the community together and let us all get some bargains in order to grow our big piles of lovely grey plastic. I also have zero desire to own the warboot name, as it is a term used in the wargaming world to describe car boot style tabletop sales, and have been used from various events for over 20 years. Over 20 years! So that's where we're currently at, sadly. If you can't trademark the term car boot, surely you can't trade the term warboot. So that is where we're at. Like I said, there's no impact on the Wirral Warcon tabletop gaming convention. Excuse me. Please all no hate on the post, yada, yada, yada. You know? So they put out a statement saying that it was like, you know, here's the link to the trademark. And yeah, there's more information that was added later. So this is like what happened yesterday morning. You know, C Studios have contacted us as well. And it's like, they're just saying, stop using it. And we have a copy of the message. It says, hi guys, this is from a C Studios representative. Hi guys, I wanted to get in touch regarding the use of the name Warboot for wargaming or trading events. The term warboot is now a registered UK trademark, which means it can't be used by any other events, groups, or organisations within the UK. You can view the official registration here. To avoid any issues under UK trademark law, please arrange for the immediate change of any event names, pages, or materials using warboot or a similar variation if you manage or run them. Thank you for your understanding cooperation. Please let me know once a change has been made or if you need any clarification. So just for reference, going back to it, this is the trademark, okay? And then, excuse me, they are going around saying that they own the term warboot, which is 100% incorrect, because this is not a trademark of the word warboot. This is what's known as a figurative trademark. As you can see, a figurative trademark are trademarks that use non-standard characters, stylization, or layouts, graphic features, or color. They can consist exclusively of figurative elements or a combination of verbal and figurative elements. Essentially, what this means is that this trademark, which is registered as figurative, as you can see, the word warboot, please don't look at everything else here because that's spoilers, okay? As you can see, it is registered, along with Iron Skull, it is a figurative trademark, which essentially means this trademark is exclusively essentially this trademark says that you can't use the red and black font and the white outline with the drop shadow because that is trademarked. So they have exclusively trademarked a logo. They have not trademarked the term warboot. So what they have done is they've put the trademark in for their logo, because logos are really easy to trademark because there's usually no like back and forth, because like it's a logo, and if they're unique, it's not going to be a problem unless you're trying to trademark the term Coca-Cola or something like that. The trademark is for the logo exclusively, but then as soon as they had the trademark for the logo exclusively, they started sending essentially bad cease and desist saying they own the term war boot, which is 100% a lie and 100% incorrect. Okay? So they were using the fact that they'd paid £175 to trademark a bad logo, which I recreated in Photoshop in about 4 seconds, and they've trademarked that, and then they're going around attacking small little groups saying that we own the term war boot. To which potentially, I don't know if it was me they listened to, or maybe they contacted someone else and they told them to, you know, shove it where it doesn't shine. Because on the 6th of October, the day I covered it, they then applied for the word war boot and the word Siege Studios on the 6th of October, which was Monday. And as you can see from this trademark, you know, this trademark, you can see list of services. So this is the things that they are trying to trademark along with the logo to say the war boot logo is used in conjunction with all auction sales, conducting of auction sales, carrying out auction sales, organisation of exhibitions, etc. You know, this is like describing why they need a trademark on this logo. It's because the logo for that thing is theirs. No one else can use that logo when working with conducting commercial events, promotion, advertising, business, etc., sales and prospecting for others, etc. Okay. However, when they came to quickly panic trademark the word war boot, the list of services for the word war boot are war boot. And the list of trademark for Siege Studios are painting. So I don't think this is because of me, but I think they must have contacted someone with a little bit more, you know, a little bit more behind them rather than mom and pop in Wirral trying to run a tiny event who was like, holy shit, I don't know what's going on. And old Jerry, who could barely string a sentence together, but reminds himself that it happened, who's just like, I don't fucking know, I'll just change it. You've copyrighted it, that's fine. So they copyrighted a logo and then started sending ceases and desists about. That's where we're at. That was Monday, okay? That was Monday. We've done all this, we've done all this. What's next? So essentially, this is what happened. It's like, you know, like this was, thank you, Parasocial, for making this. We made this, the entirety of Warhammer community. Warboot, you made this, says Siege. I made this, said Siege. You know, that's kind of where we were at. That's, you know, we've got the word war boot, which has been used in the community for years, and Siege Studios come along and try and trademark it. And then they trademark not the term, they trademark the logo, and then they go, actually, we've trademarked the term, shut the fuck down or I'm going to sue you. Because that's essentially, politely, what it says. To avoid any issues under UK trademark law, change it immediately, you know? A lawyer did not write this. Someone has been told to write this, but it's awful. Anyway, I'm laughing, but just at the situation, not that it's very, very shit situation. And like, the thing is with it, is like, this is not their term. Siege Studios didn't come up with the term war boot, as it's been around the community for 20 years. Now, allegedly, from one of the comments on the Wirral Warboot post, it's from a guy called Paul. Paul Jones, formerly of MAWS Club, sadly now passed from cancer, was the first to use the term warboot and hold public trading and sale events. This is a disgusting move by Siege Studios and a slap in the face of Paul's memory and motives. He did it to support their club and the gaming community. There is no need for this move by Siege Studios Limited and their owner. They could have used the term and their own logo design for the terms without this and been part of the Wargames community and supported the warboot heritage. This instead is an attempt to destroy and monopolize on that heritage history and the community goodwill entirely for profit. It's disgusting, smacks of GW. You know, this is like kind of where we're at now. You know, if Siege Studios definitely didn't come up with the term, but they've tried to trademark it and shut everyone down, and supposedly the term is from a guy who can't even defend himself because he's no longer with us. That's the sort of shit that Siege Studios have tried to pull this morning, or today, or this week. Monday morning, they went, you know what? Company goodwill is really, really high at the minute. Why don't we shit it out, or shoot ourselves in the foot? You know, because I don't know what in their right mind, Monday morning, they went, you know what? I'm going to try an optics test this week and ruin our brand image. And I think maybe if it wasn't me that they got the idea from to trademarking the term war boot, maybe it was their old pals, probably no longer pals, Element Games. And obviously, I'm not sponsored by Element Games. I'm sponsored by a lovely company in Sheffield. However, what they did post was very, very funny. War boot. Are you looking to buy at the war boot? Are you looking to sell at the war boot? Well, look no further than the upcoming war boot event. This will be a war boot taking place at a Stockport store on Sunday, the 11th of January. We still have war boot space available if you're looking to sell out our war boot, so be sure to grab yourself one of our war boot tables at our war boot while they last. This will mark our 11th year of running war boots, with each war boot being bigger and bigger than the last war boot. We can't wait to see you there at the war boot. Don't forget the war boot is free to attend for buyers at the war boot. For your chance to win 3-foot table to sell at the war boot, comment war boot, and we'll pick one lucky person. So, you know, like, credit where credit's due. Very funny post. But they've been running 11 years of war boots. Is war boot a real word anymore? It's kind of like saying the word bowl. Say bowl 10 times after it, like, repeatedly. You know? Try it. Ironically, the owner of, as Lamba just put out, the owner of Element Games and the owner of C Studios used to work quite close together on a brand known as Artist Opus, and now they don't. And I wonder why. It kind of shows, you know? You know, it's kind of like piece of candy of evidence, you know what I mean? Oh, another fuck up. Oh, another fuck up. So that's quite funny, you know? So they will obviously come out and said war boot. And it says, the war boot is one of our signature Element Games events, probably the event Element Games has been best known for several years now. Think Element and you think war boot. Synonymous, you might say. Now can we get a war boot for your chance to win a 3-foot vendor table at our next war boot on the Sunday, 11th of January. I love that I read all of this and I only slipped up right at the end. They bought the owner of Siege out. That doesn't surprise me. So anyway, so clearly what I think the order of events was is the owner of C Studios, you know, or whoever's running Warboot, probably the owner of C Studios, because there's not many staff because they're all freelance because he doesn't want to pay anyone, you know, pensions or anything like that. The timeline of the story is that we're like, we run Warboot in Essex, we want to run Warboot all over the country. You know, because UKTC has done pretty well doing that. We're gonna capitalize on the popularity of putting tables out and charging people to turn up, you know, and we're gonna do that all over the country. But we can't have other people call Warboot because Warboot's our brand, even though we stole it from a guy who died from cancer 20 years ago, you know. So. Excuse me, got hair in my mouth. So basically, that's that they were like, we're going to run it all over the country, but we can't have people being confused about our Warboot and their Warboot. So we'll send pseudo ChatGPT cease and desist to everybody. One of them being Element Games, who kind of went, bro, you have a trademark for a logo, you don't have a trademark for a term. Shut the fuck up and leave me alone. To then they were like, fuck, they got more brain cells than 5, so we better go and try and trademark the term Warboot, which they then applied for Monday morning after they got an email back from Element telling them to bug off, basically. So, after all of this blew up, it was then posted on Reddit, it was posted on fucking 9gag. It's on 9gag, that's how bad it is. They came out to apologize. Okay. Prior to this happening, what did you think of C Studios? I'm still gonna watch their content. I really enjoy their vids. Okay, Rodri, but then you can't have an opinion about this situation if you're gonna continue watching their vids. You know. Personally, I had no personal issues with them. I've only ever heard horror stories from people who have worked there. You know, and I quote unquote worked there because they don't have staff because they're all freelance artists. Make your own hours and don't get a pension or holidays. Anyway, so there was an apology video that came out on the old Facebook. Other than, oh yeah, they did steal my video as well, so I will be sending trademark lawyers after them because they stole my video. there was an apology from the owner, James, that says, "My deepest apologies." And there's a long statement, which I think is mostly what's repeated in the video. But for good measure, I will read the apology in full, and then I'll watch the video and give you my thoughts during, okay? It says, "Hi, everyone. I wanted to start by saying that I spent..." Let me move myself out of the way. Sorry, I'm trying to set myself into this. God, Facebook. I hate Facebook so much. "Hi, everyone. I wanted to start the morning and afternoon seriously reflecting on the whole war boot situation, on my decisions leading up to it, and how they ultimately single-handedly caused the issues at hand." Yes, you did you did cause the issue. "First, I want to sincerely apologise for any annoyance or upset caused to you or your community. My intention is only to have created a national brand of war boot event to respond to the demand." I think, as he wrote this statement, then read it out. I think he... Wait, let me just check something. Okay, fine. Whatever. We're going to watch the video because I think the statement is the same, okay? We're just going to skip straight to the video. How do I use Facebook again? Anyone know?
Hi everyone. I wanted to.
I just realised I'm still in the middle of the screen. I'm so sorry, everyone. Right, okay, let's listen to the statement.
To do a video about the obvious elephant in the room, which is the war boot situation. I've got to say first and foremost that I think sometimes
you can tell he's become a YouTuber because he called it the war boot situation. That's what I would call it. The war boot situation just got so much worse. You know.
Sometimes you step up to bat and you swing a home run, and sometimes you terribly miss. And this is not my best swing at bat. Let's put it that way. And I'd rather open up with an apology to anybody that I have annoyed or upset, because I think that that's first and foremost not what I want to do. I've never wanted to be that way with anybody in the industry.
I never wanted to upset or annoy everyone, but Monday morning I decided to send like bad cease and desist to everyone. You know what I do to not upset everyone, chat? I send like threatening legal action to them via Facebook Messenger or email. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I think. Monday morning, I'm like, God, I don't want to upset anyone. Why don't I send out a cease and desist? That'll go well.
Always try to be fair, respectful, decent, and
where's the ukulele? Right, chat. Everyone, just keep track of how many apologies are in this. How many actual sorries, okay? Annoyed or upset is a unique perspective in threatening legal action against non-profits. Yeah, literally.
Well, which is hopefully what the last 13 years of things that I've done in the industry has been. This has probably not been my finest moment, if I'm honest with you, and I'd rather be sincere and humble about that, and transparent for you and for anybody watching this. Warboot is a term that obviously has been in the industry for a long time.
Okay, so it's been in the industry for a long time. Sorry, I need to pull this from a separate tab to be super crucial where we are. Okay, 1 second. Let's just drag this out of the way. Because this is all relevant. It's been in the industry for a long time. Long time. So why are you trying to trademark it? If it's been in the industry for a long time, I'm going to trademark the word tabletop, because that's been in the industry a long time, and I would like to use that for myself. You know, I would like to trademark the word studios, because people in their bedroom call themselves a studio, and I don't want them to do that anymore. You know, long time. Anyway,
and I just want to flat outly say that. I obviously run an event down here with the guys from Offworld, and it's been very successful for many years. We get asked all the time to run them in different areas of the country, and which obviously prompted the idea to try and grow a network of those events that we run across the country.
Grow a network by shutting down any form of competition with the word war boot. You know, that's growing a network. You know what I think about networking? I go to networking events all the time. And do you know what I think would make networking better? If no other fucker was there, you know? It was just me in my lonely tower. That'd be so much better for networking, I think. That's all I'm saying. And it's like, oh, why won't you run them? I'm sure everyone in Wirral is desperate for you to want to run a war boot there. There's never heard of that idea before. Grow a network the way Putin is trying to grow Russia. Just reading chat. I don't just want to legally just want to say I'm reading chat. Okay, ready lawyers watching.
Ultimately, to create a wider community, to give more opportunities for people to purchase stuff at war boots, and to just add value to the industry, which I think the way that I've probably approached it in this instance is definitely not the way to do it.
Add value for who? If there's already war boots in an area, you don't need to take your war boot there. So how are you adding value except for taking over and running the war boot for yourself? You know? You know what I mean? Add value to who? Your wallet?
From speaking to colleagues who I respect in the industry and just messages and stuff that I've seen, yeah, not my finest moment. And yeah, I really wanted to kind of put a message out just to say,
not my finest moment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was a bad idea.
I completely take on board the feedback. I value it hugely. And I wanted to sincerely say that it's the way that things have transpired have not been what I'd wanted, or...
I want to sincerely say, I'm sorry. That's all it takes. I want to sincerely say, I apologise. Not, I sincerely didn't want it to transport. What? You didn't want people wanting to shit on you because you were being a tick. You know what I mean? You didn't want people to say, James, you're doing fucking stupid stuff. You look like a moron. You know? We wanted people to be like, oh, wow, James, you're so cool. You're so epic. Please run war boot in my backyard. Please, James. Please, every Sunday I want a war boot that I can get to. You know what I mean? You appreciate the apology? He hasn't said sorry yet. He hasn't apologised. He said my deepest apologies in the title. He's not said it in person. No, this isn't a very good apology, chat. Just because someone said sorry or said my deepest apologies at the top of the page doesn't mean it's apology, okay? Please listen to the words he's using and wait for the apology. Let me know when you hear it.
What I'd hoped for in what I was trying to do. Just talk about trademarking really quickly. I've always done things professionally. I've always tried to do things the best I can in the industry. And trademarking is part of that, to protect the work that you put into stuff. It's commonplace in all other industries. However,
trademarking is very common in every industry, but trademarking a logo with a word that you didn't come up with is not common in every industry, because it's what people do when they're trying to scam. They're trying to steal other people's work and take it for their own. Allah, look at Green Stuff World. Look how they love to take other people's shit, slap a logo on it, and then try and shut down competition, which is exactly what you've done here. Exactly what you've done here. You can trademark the logo war boot however you want, and no one's going to be mad if you leverage the copyright trademark law, the trademark law, for someone using your logo war boot and their war boot. If you was like, you need to take this down or we'll be proceeding with legal action, it kind of comes across as a bit dickheady, but no one would be mad if someone was using your logo, the red and black logo, war boot, on their war boot. That is well within your rights. But using the fact that you have a copyright of a logo to shut down non-profit little tiny wargaming conventions in Wirral and wherever, an Element, you know, well, fair enough, that's not a non-profit, but trying to use the fact that you own a logo to shut down people who are using the term, which is not your term, term is a dog shit move. That is a fucking dickhead behaviour. Anyway.
In this instance, not the smartest thing, and I'll be honest with you about that. Again, I really wanted to just be transparent and really say that, like, I take on board feedback and I take on board what people have felt from what obviously I've wanted to try and do to ultimately do some good stuff in the industry. I'd love to build a network of war boots. I'd love to build...
Nearly 3 minutes into a 4-minute video, and we've still not had... And I really regret my decision, and I'm sorry. Okay? Just remember that bit. Just remember, it says my deepest apology at the top of the video, but he's not actually said sorry and not, like, apologise for the stress and drama that he's caused other people by being a dickhead.
Loads of events happening all around the country, ultimately to grow it, you know, because the requests are there and the interest is there. But yeah, I hope that me having a chat now with you and hopefully you watching this demonstrates my sincerity in kind of like what I want to do in the industry.
Still not said sorry.
Best moment. Do apologise profusely and
there it is. Do apologise profusely. That's why I say to someone when I knock them with my trolley. At least he's saying sorry. 3 minutes 19 to say I apologise profusely. All right, okay, cool. Is that the bar that we set in chat? Right, okay. No, I don't think it's a very good apology, to be honest, chat. I don't think this is a very good video. I think all they needed to say was, like, we've retracted the statements. We are really sorry. We didn't want to cause anyone stress. This is a misjudgment, and we won't be proceeding with it further.
And I will look to do better with the things that I do and also do in the future. So yeah, so just a big thank you for watching. Apologies to anyone who I've upset or annoyed. That's not the intention.
This is kind of like doing something and then, you know what I mean, where it's like, I'm sorry you're upset, you know, like that sort of a sort, but it didn't even say sorry, my apologies, you're upset, you know. That's not saying sorry or apologizing. That is saying my actions have caused you, like, to be upset, and I didn't want that to happen. I just wanted the thing I wanted to happen, you know? That's all it says. It's essentially saying at 3 minutes 20 in, sorry you're upset that I've done this thing. Not I'm sorry for doing it. So I don't think going, at least he's apologised, is the bar that we should be setting, because he hasn't apologised. He's apologised about the feelings that people had when they're annoyed because he's trying to shut down their conventions, you know? This is the Fine Bros of Warhammer. It literally is. This is like the time they tried to copyright the term react and their entire brand got shot in the floor, you know?
And yeah, just thank you for understanding. Have a lovely afternoon.
I understand completely, James. Thank you. Appreciate you. I understand everything you said in that video completely, and I feel like I broke it down quite well. So, does he say sorry in the statement? I don't think so. It says, my deepest apologies here. Okay. But that isn't I'm sorry. That's my deepest apologies, you're upset still. Let's just have a look at the statement. Hi, everyone. I'm just going to control F, sorry. 1 second. Just control F. Oh, I just zoomed in my camera. What the fuck did I do here? There we go. Don't know what I've done. I've broken it. Okay. Control F, sorry. Sorry, I'm having trouble playing this video. That is the only mention of sorry on this page. There is no mention of the word sorry or I'm sorry in this statement. There is no mention of I apologize in this statement. You can accept my deepest apologies. He hasn't apologized, you know. He hasn't done the apology. I'm still waiting. All he's apologized for is saying that I'm sorry you're upset, i.e. I'm sorry I got caught, you know. That's the way I read it. That's the vibe I get from it. You might disagree. You might be like, guys, he put out a video that was sincere with no music in it, so he's done his bit. And I'm just like, I don't agree. I completely disagree. I don't think that is an apology. I don't think that is him apologizing for his actions. That is him apologizing that you're upset about it, you know? And if he was really sorry and he didn't want to continue, you know what I mean? As quick as he had these trademarks up, you know, if we look at the rest of the trademarks, as quick as he had these trademarks up and these ones, the quickest he can take them down just as quick, which he hasn't done. Well, I mean, Siege Studios, whatever, I don't care. Do what you want. You know what I mean? Oh, he has withdrawn it. That is new. Fine. Okay. Maybe there's a slight apology. He has withdrawn the word warboot. That's new. Hey, Jace, if you're watching, I think your apology was shit. So I don't think that video is a good apology. I think that apology in quote is like sorry I got caught. Sods. It's like damage control, you know what I mean? And damage control, you don't want to lie in damage control, which he hasn't done, so fair play, because I don't think he's actually sorry. I think he's sorry he's got caught. Especially because it was posted on Reddit, and it was like getting flamed there. Loads of comments were popping up, other people making videos about it. But it's quite funny because there's actually a 10-minute video, which I've not watched it yet, from Wirral Warboot. But just to like, before people like tune out and get bored, I just want to point out that of all of these, the Siege Studios account has the trademark for Iron Skull logo, has the trademark for Warboot. It no longer has the term Warboot, but it does have the word Siege Studios. But more importantly, it doesn't have the logo for Siege Studios. And what's funny is if we go back to Sante beer, which is a very old beer, it's got a really cool logo, don't you think? Don't you think this logo is really cool? I think this logo is really cool. Don't you think the Smith Finder, the unofficial beer tracking app, has a really cool logo? Don't you think the Scribe, since 1966, the student newspaper, has a really cool logo? Don't you think San Miguel had a really cool logo in the past? I don't know, bro. I think that's quite a cool logo. You know, they've been using that logo since 1890. Don't you think? Don't you think that's crazy? You know? 1890 they've been using this stylized S. They now have a more derivative one, you know? But I mean, if we just go to Siege Studios and we just put like logo, that's really weird, isn't it? That's really, really, really weird. It's almost like, bro, saw a beer bottle from 1890, by the way, and went, you know what? I'll bang a paintbrush on that and call it a day. Now you're reaching. Are you fucking blind, bro? Are you fucking blind? It's the same letter. It's the same. It's just silver gradient. So I think before you come at people for stealing stuff, which maybe you need to like be aware of where you're doing your stuff, you know what I mean? Because maybe San Miguel could come at you for stealing their ass from 1890. Very legally distinct. Yeah, they slapped two PNG paintbrushes on it. You can pay for font use. I've not got no problem with that. That's fine. But I think if you're going to go out and try trademarking things, maybe the call is coming from inside the house. That's what I kind of say. You know? Maybe the call's coming from inside the house. Anyway, there's a 10-minute statement from Wirral Warboot, which I'll have a look at. Let's have a nosy. Oh.
I run the Wirral Warboot events and the Wirral Warcon event with Bulwark Games, hence the t-shirt. And I just want to make a sort of a bit of a final statement, a final little update on the whole situation from today. So obviously, as many of you are aware, many people across the wargaming and tabletop gaming world are now aware Siege Studios tried to trademark the term war boot. We planted our flag in the ground and went, no, don't agree with this. Don't think it's right at all. Sought a bit of advice from the community. Put a post up yesterday on a separate group. I've seen posts popping up here, there. We made our statement today on the war boot page, basically saying that we don't know what to do. We're not going to change the name. We don't, we need advice. As it transpires over the day, this has kicked up a bit of a stink. I reached out to a number of other war boot organisers, namely Element Games, one of the top ones. Spoke to a really, really nice guy there called Rupert. So thanks, Rupert. Appreciate the good chat. It was really, really nice to speak to someone else who, who's one of the big boys in the industry. Who's maybe got a bit more behind them, because, as you can probably tell from this video, I'm a man in a cupboard under the stairs. I don't live here. Well, I live in the house. I don't live in the cupboard.
This is the type of person that James and Siege Studios was sending cease and desist to, by the way. His hobby room's under the stairs. He's one of us, chat. You know what I mean? What is a war boot? I explained at the beginning of this segment, but essentially a car boot for Warhammer. If you don't know what a car boot is, it's like a yard sale where everyone gathers in the same place. So yeah, just kind of like, this is the type of person sending cease and desist to. Not like other large companies, because, Siege Studios is a rather large company these days. Not large company, just a guy who's in a fucking cupboard who organises little events for him and his community,
But yeah, so it was a bit scary, a bit daunting to get a letter with sort of legal jargon in it, when a letter, an email, a message, whatever. When we just run a small community event in a church hall. Obviously, it was in reference to the War Boot event, not Wirral War Con. So yeah, and
ironically, GW has much better claim against Wirral here for the logo infringed on GW's. Take notes, James. Yeah. And the thing is with it is, like, they're not hurting anyone, so Games Workshop aren't bothered either, you know what I mean? It's their old logo, they don't use it anymore. But yeah, that is direct copyright. That is copyrighted. They could get done for that. But like for fucking James and CCers, they go and try and sue this guy in a cupboard because his event's got the word war boot in it, when he doesn't even own the word war boot and it's not in. It's just funny. It's just funny.
I've said it before on previous posts, because this is like my final statement on the matter. I have no intention of ever owning the war boot name, trademark in any way whatsoever. It's been around for 20 plus years. Everyone uses it. No issue with it. Even Element Games, spoke to them. They're like, whatever. It's just it's like the term car boot now. You can't trademark car boot, can you? So yeah, get that out of the way. No intention of doing that. I just felt a bit put out, and it felt like a bit of a personal attack on us, that someone was coming at me saying, this thing that you've built and you do for the community, you can't do anymore, and we're taking that away. And I thought, no, you're not. No, I'll be honest. At first, I was furious. And
it's like, understand why I'd be fucking annoyed, because like, who wants a fucking cease and desist? Imagine waking up this Monday morning and getting a cease and desist, you know what I mean? Cause whenever I get a brown envelope, I just I start having heart palpitations. I'm like, give me that G Fuel, get me back in rhythm, you know what I mean? I switched my G Fuel in chat. It's like fucking just trying to like steal, like not steal, just add stress for what reason? All personal gain, you know what I mean? Fuck all these other fuckers. I'm taking it. That's the energy that was sent out Monday morning. So is car boot a British term? Yeah. But yeah, if you rewind just to the beginning, I explained it's essentially like a trunk sale, I think, which is just a fucking boot sale. A trunk sale in Canada. The US is essentially a yard sale, but everyone gathers in a field with their cars. That's why it's kind of called a car boot.
No, calm down. Got me sensible head on. And I thought, no, we need to approach it in a sensible way. So as you've seen the post today, you've seen the amount of comments, the discussions on various groups. Yeah. It's exploded over on Reddit, Instagram, all over the place. Yeah, and that's thanks to you guys, thanks to the community, and real big thank you to all of you, everyone who's commented, shared, liked something, shared a screenshot somewhere. It's gotten the word out. I've had, like I said earlier, I've contacted multiple event organisers today. I've had other event organisers contact me saying, what's this? Are we in trouble? One, which I'll point out, I won't name the event, but you'll see it in one of the comments. is a gent up in Scotland, ran an event. He actually invited Siege Studios to his event, paid them some money to be there to run an event. And they've sent him on as well, saying you can't use the Warboot name anymore. So take from that what you will.
Bro! Bro! They paid you to go to their event and then you replied with a cease and desist after taking the money. Oh my fucking god! What is in the water in fucking Essex? You know what I mean? What is in the fucking water, you absolute psycho? Oh my goodness. Fuck me, dude. Honestly. Oh my god.
To clarify my position.
We do not claim him. He's not one of us. It's not a southerner thing, I promise. Oh my lord, bro. Oh my goodness. Wait, who's trademarked Hellstorm? Good luck, it's owned by Games Workshop. The Scottish betrayed again.
Mikey!
Yo! Bruce, thanks for the 10.
The conflating of trademark and copyright here is unreal. James either did it ignorantly, or deliberately banked on people not knowing the difference between the two legal
100%, dude.
In my opinion.
That's exactly what, like I said when I brought it up. Thank you for the 10, I really appreciate it. He was, or they were, I'll try and refer to it as the company because I'm trying to remain professional and trying not to tie it to a single person. But like, the company was sending out cease and desist saying they own the term Warboot with a trademark link to a logo, you know, because it just says the word Warboot in the logo, which is, thank you for the 5, Andy, really appreciate it. It's just a black and red text gradient. And like I said, I remade it on Monday in about 30 seconds. You know? So they were... Thank you. Really appreciate it, Andy. You're a fucking legend. Thanks for the 5 gifted. And thank you again for the 10. They've essentially trademarked the logo because the logo is really easy and then sent cease and desist claiming they own the term Warboot to try and shut down competition, you know? So they can run it around the country and try and own the term Warboot, which they did not come up with and they did not trademark either way. I kind of get over the twist reveal that they cease and desisted a company they been paid to attend the event of previously. It's actually wild. Actually wild, dude. We should trademark the term Warboot and let everyone run Warboot events other than Siege. Yeah, literally. Literally that. I'm thinking of organising a whip round to copyright the name James. I'm going to copyright... You know what I've always liked? You know, Siege Armour. I think I might copyright the term Siege Armour. Because I just think, for no reason whatsoever, I think that's a really cool term. And I've just come up with it now. You know? I've just come up with that term now, and I think anyone can use the word siege armor, but I should be paid every time. You know what I mean? Because that's not on his copyright trademark. I'm sure it will be by before the end of the day. I'm sure that'll be applied for the term siege armor. But you know, if I was a betting man, I could probably leverage the idea that I own the trademark siege armor, and then every time a product is sold with that word on it, I could get paid. You know, I could get a little, you know, a little bit of bash, a little bit of brass tacks. That's what we call that. Quite literally, brass tacks. Anyway, wait.
I wish Siege Studios no ill will whatsoever. I had multiple conversations with James today via Facebook Messenger, there's email, and also I spoke to him on the phone as well. Yeah.
I hope you recorded the call, bro. I hope you recorded the call. And whenever things like this happen, Answer the call and say this phone call is being recorded for future training purposes, okay? Any drama like this happens and someone's trying to call you, this is going to be used for future training sessions. Is that okay? And if they say no, bam.
So as a result of all of that, and I think the pressure from the community, from you guys, you know, Siege Studios, keep getting Siege Scenics mixed up. That's their basing brand.
Same brand, by the way, owned by the same guy who made that decision Monday morning. Just want to make that clear. And Iron Skull.
Siege Studios have decided that they're not going to pursue the trademark anymore. At least that's what he said to us. He says they're not going to pursue the trademark anymore for the word war boot.
Which, granted, credit where credit's due, they have withdrawn the term war boot from the trademark. Okay, so just for like full update, that I believe it must have like come out. I don't remember seeing it when I was looking at it this morning, but it had been withdrawn now as of streaming right now. So credit where credit's due. You know, whilst I've criticised the apology, I don't think the apology is good. You know, they have withdrawn the trademark that they didn't have. They have withdrawn the application. Okay. Just to make that fully transparent.
He owns the trademark for his logo, War Boot. He does run an event called War Boot in collaboration with a store down in Essex. But he's not pursuing anymore, apparently, the trademark for the word War Boot. So we'll see what comes of that. You know, hopefully he's a stand-up guy, and hopefully he's, you know, he means what he says, and he means he's contacted the TPO office, and you know, he's put the ball rolling on that. So in that respect, you know, good on him. You know, he's seen the error of his ways, and you know, community prevails, guys. It does. In our small community, you know, the wargaming world is huge, but at the same time, we're very small. There's a lot of group crossover. People talk to each other. You know, things spread like wildfire, don't they? You know, and everyone loves a bit of
Credit where credit's due. They have now withdrawn their hand from the cookie jar they were trying to steal from. Yes, exactly that. Does it matter on that IP site, Mikey, that they withdrew an application in lowercase letters? No, I don't think so. I don't think the case of the letter matters. Unless it was a figurative application, which is their logo, for example, then lowercase would matter.
Everyone loves a bit of drama. I don't. I've had a bloody stressful day. A very, very long day. But no, so big thank you to everyone who's messaged today, words of encouragement, words of advice. You know, like again, shout out to the guys at Element Games. They've been tops. If you haven't already, check out their social media about the war boot, because it's war boot, baby. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's been a long day. You know, the community, like I said, we've prevailed. We've done it. We stood up to one of the big boys and we said no. We've all come together, and you know, it's paid off. You know, will it be that way long term? Who knows? For now, we've got to win. That's all we can take from it. So
that's the thing with it, right? Like I know I've already kind of said it, but I was just thinking it then while watching it. It's like, I've had a stressful day. I'm really thankful that everyone's behind me. Just remember that this guy woke up Monday morning, probably going to his day job, whatever his day job might be. Hope it's a cool one. Hope he get paid lots of money. But he's got up, gone to his day job, checked his email and Facebook Messenger, and he's got a snotty message from Steve Studios saying cease and desist now. And then he's had to like deal with that. Probably chat to his family. Oh, I've had this cease and desist, and they're all like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" You know, and like, it's just like. He's not sending it to someone who's genuinely stealing from C Studios. That's not where the cease and desist are going. They're going to fucking, like I said, mom and pop businesses, you know, mom and pop little conventions and stuff. So I'm really glad everyone rallied behind like the idea of like we're all WarCon and everyone else who's kind of been attacked as of Monday. But it just like makes me sad, you know what I mean? It just makes me like sad that this is like the state of affairs we're in. Like, someone thinks it's okay Monday morning. You know what I'm gonna do today? Send out snotty emails. Warboot shirts with the certain stylized S in there. Yeah, chat. Should we make some new merch where it's like Hellstorm but with the cool S logo? You know what I mean? From San Miguel, from the beer San Miguel. Hellstorm. That'd be cool. That'd be really sick, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll leave it with that. Like I said, no ill will towards James at Siege Scenics.
One thing I will say, though, one thing I will say, I'll leave it at that. We're only halfway through this video. Excellent, excellent. Love that for him.
Done it again, haven't I? No ill will whatsoever. You know, if he's made an honest mistake, he's made a poor business decision, so be it. You know, he's owned up. He's done a video on his channel. Go and watch that. You know, take from that what you will. Make your own mind up. But like I said, you know, Wirral War Boot it's for the people. We only have 20 odd tables. We're in a small church hall. And like I've said, you know, the cost of the table hire covers the hall and the setup fees, and that's it. I sell there, for full transparency, I sell there under my 3D printing business, but I don't make any money from the hall itself. And like I've said, we've even given tables away for free for people, just to get people in, you know, got collections and what have you, and don't know what they're doing really. So yeah, it's about community, isn't it? Hence, that's what this is. This is about community as well. You know, Wirral War Con. No cons going on here. The only con here is bloody convention. Yeah.
You tell him. You fucking tell him. No cons from this fucker. There is from them other ones though.
But yeah, take from that what you will. I'm not really one for cameras and all that. Just thought everyone else has done a video statement. I'll do one as well. But no, that's it. So big thank you to everyone. Yeah, it's been a good end to what's been a stressful day. And it really, really is appreciated, guys. And it's nice to see the community rallying around something and getting together and, you know, really standing up for the little guys, because we are, you know, we're just a tabletop sale, aren't I, really? You know, like everyone else, we're just doing our little thing, bringing our little communities together, you know, getting people some bargains. That's what it's all about. Sell your great plastic and buy more great plastic. You can buy the occasional painted plastic. So, yeah, I've rambled on again, guys. I've rambled on for too long. Yeah, just.
I love this guy. This guy's so nice. I just love that he keeps saying I've had rambled for too long. There's still another minute. A minute and a half left.
It's been quite overwhelming, to be honest, the positive response. It's been nice. It's been really, really good. Yeah, if anyone new who's joined the page because of all this drama, shall we say, you know, I've tried to keep it professional all the way through and just transparent with everyone. This is what we've received. This is what we've done. This is where we're at now. You see the post has been updated multiple times throughout the day. And yeah, to anyone who's new here, we've got Wirral WarCon next year, April 26th, Saturday, April 26th, Bevington, the Oval. We've gone bigger, we've gone better. We've got a lot of exciting announcements to come in the next couple of days as well. So we thought we'll get some stuff out early, and we'll be opening bookings to War Boot traders, because you can say War Boot probably after Christmas. We'll keep an eye on our page, because we will keep everyone updated with things. And once again, you know, big thank you from me. Big thank you from the War Boot team, the WarCon team. You know, it's nice to see sensibility prevail, to be honest. And yeah,
chat, I thought there was a minute and a half left. There's 2.5 minutes left.
Live the industry, long live our communities. I sound like a frigging lunatic now, don't I? I don't know what I'm doing in front of a camera in a cupboard under the stairs. But no, yeah, it really, really is appreciated, guys. And I've said it a lot, but it's been yeah, it's been a nice feeling today. It's been needed, to be honest. Been a day of ups and downs, big ups and downs. I've been in work as well, so I've been trying to do my job and deal with this and keep abreast of everything's going on. So yeah, but no, big shout out to Rupert again over at Element Games in Stockport. He's a gent. He, you know, called him, he called me back, and yeah, he's a good bunch over there. Go and check them out. Go and check out the Element Games War Boot. Yeah, go look at that War Boot. Look at our War Boot. Who we do another one? Look at everyone else's War Boots. War Boots for everyone, as Oprah would say. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. I'm going to sign off now, I suppose, and I'm going to do some painting. My desk's right here. So yeah, thanks again, guys.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy.
Have a good one, and hopefully this is the end we hear of the War Boot drama, debacle, whatever. So yeah, thanks, guys, and keep your eyes peeled on the page for any War Boot WarCon news. It's coming soon. We've got lots of announcements. Thanks, guys. See you next one.
There we go. What a lovely guy. What a lovely guy. Just doing his little thing, and then big company tries to pretend cease and desist him. That's kind of the situation we're at. What a dog shit idea that was. Shout out to Wirral WarCon. If you're in the area of Wirral, make sure you go and check it out. Obviously, Wirral being near Liverpool. If you can make it to Liverpool around April, make sure you go. Go to every War Boot if you want. No, or maybe not everyone. Totally up to you. Yeah, that's the thing. Just like that's who C Studios are trying to attack Monday morning. It's little mom and pop places like that. So shout out to Wirral Warcon. Fucking lovely people. Lovely people. This is a proper video. It was a good video, that. A good 2 minutes wrapped in a 9-minute video. I loved it. As someone in the industry, I've literally never heard a good thing about working with Siege Studios from multiple people. I was explicitly warned that it would happily screw me if I had the chance. I mean, you know, that's speculative, you know what I mean? It's like, we don't have reasons for it, but like, the actions like this speak louder than words, you know what I mean? Dog shit idea, Hellstorm. No, my friend, it was a great idea. The content mine continues to deliver. Yeah, just like, whose fucking idea was this? You know what I mean? Whose idea was like, I know what I'll do today. I'll destroy my credibility and destroy my brand goodwill. So shout out to everyone who sent me the updates. I really appreciate it. If you sent me anything, any information about this, appreciate you. Thank you for sorting that for me. If you've ever got any like stories that you think I might be interested in, because the thing is with it is people think I cause drama or talk about drama all the time. I just hate scammers and people who lie, and I just hate people who try and take advantage of people, you know? So if my platform ends up being a place for other people to get their message out, so be it. That's kind of what I want, you know? That's what I want. That's what I would like. It just fucks me off. It really fucking fucks me off when people try to scam. It fucks me off when people try to take advantage. And it really fucks me off when people lie, you know? So I don't mind talking about it on stream, especially when it's in our little community, you know what I mean? Mike hates the government is all I heard, to be fair. What's the chance that Siege got inundated with requests for refunds commissions that hadn't started yet? Well, that would be quite funny, but like, I don't wish his company to fail. But if people are gonna fucking, you know, if you aren't happy with something, the loudest thing you can do is argue with your wallet. You know what I mean? If you are unhappy with something that someone is doing for a company, then the loudest thing you can do is with your wallet. But I wouldn't be surprised, Joe. I wouldn't be surprised. I keep forgetting who you are because you've changed your name. You've changed your name. I'm going to catch up with chat before we move on. Apparently, C Studios isn't trademarked. Well, no, he has applied for trademark, though. He fully screwed me over. I'm not his biggest fan. Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Don't blame you. I couldn't afford to get stuff painted by Siege. Now I don't want to afford to get stuff painted. Literally. Would it be unfair to say Siege Studios is besieged by bad PR? It's coming from the house as well. Hey, Mikey, my new kit is extremely controversial. I think you should do a deep dive on it, include links to it. Wow. Wow. Bro, I reposted it on my Instagram. And then you're in my chat self-promoing. No, I won't be advertising your brand new Wave 2 of Dead Animal bits with cool magician bits and stuff that is available from a company that's advertised on your own page. No, I won't. God, at least send me 5 members if you're going to do that, bro. I know I've got to listen to you. I'll fucking play it from my speakers. That Pete the Wargamer is such a shill for Pete the Wargamer. It's ridiculous. I'm not even copyrighting Dead Animal Bits. I'm a terrible businessman. I want you to copyright Dead Animal Bits, and then someone sends something like Dead Animal. You have to send a cease and desist. Just steal an old Beers logo for it, and you'll be set, Mike. Yeah. Oh, bro. Oh, dear, bro. Yo, what a crazy coincidence. Can you trademark a voice and charge per use? Nah, I don't think so, bro. I don't think that's possible. Yo, P, famous for Dead Animal Bits Wave 2. Thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate you.
Gifted member.
Thank you, Pete the Wargamer, famous for Dead Animal Bits Wave 2 that's out now. Thank you for the gifted membership. Really appreciate it. Or is there another meme? I think we've already shown the other meme, right? Yeah. Oh, what a great time. Sorcerer's Spoils. Thank you. Thank you. Sorcerer's Spoils. More like Sorcerer spoils my day because you keep self-advertising. I can't advertise it because you don't sell it at a shop that I could advertise. Pete, you've kind of fucked yourself there. Why do you not sell it through Outpost? Switch went Outpost in chat. If we self-promote via Super Chat speak, does Mikey have to declare this vid as a paid promotion vid? I think so. I might trademark Dead Animal Bits. That'd be funny. You know? Or the Spare Parts Emporium. That sounds like a cool thing. You know, I've always thought to myself, I own the term Spare Parts Emporium. It's not available yet, so I've just got pre-orders on my own web store. Oh, I'm just searching the first one. It's just coming up with everyone else.
Last year, I released my first.
Oh yeah, Pete the Wargamer. By the way, you need to check your TikTok messages because I keep sending you messages about Stoke-on-Trent. I don't think you've noticed that I've sent you loads of messages about Stoke-on-Trent. There's a guy who sings about oatcakes on TikTok. Have you seen? Yo, Sorcerer Spoil with a discount! Chat, I've got a discount just for you. Callum, appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. I hope you have a lovely day at work. And also, if there's any events coming up, Callum, with considering any games that are coming out, let me know. Give us a holler. I haven't bought oatcakes are banging. There was a guy. Let me find it. I've just started sending Pete. I've sent him one message, but I've sent.
So we're on.
Stop. Dan's Oatcakes. Is that it? Was it Dan? Yeah, I think this. I think this was it. Because famously, Pete the Wargamer lives in Stoke-on-Trent, and he's always telling me how good Stoke-on-Trent is. He asked me to get engaged. Well, he kind of told me I should get engaged to Georgie, my beautiful fiance, in Stoke-on-Trent. But then I keep seeing this.
Oh, oatcake Dan, and a sizzling pan.
Pete, have you? Is this your brother? Pete, are you related to this guy?
Flipping in the morning, just as kids go yawning. He's got bacon, cheese, and sausage on demand. Oatcake Dan.
Pete the Wargamer did. Stoke, we're all related. He did a 25-minute bit explaining what oatcakes were, and I still don't understand what they are. And he's wrapping bacon and cheese in them. I still don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Yes, it's Postman Pat, but it's actually Oatcake Dan.
Lying on the griddle, it's melted in the middle. Can you put us half a dozen in a bag?
I still don't know what an oatcake is. I mean, it's like a pancake.
Everybody knows.
Does it have oats in it? Does it have oats in it? I'm putting sausage on it.
Jake and Sharon smile as they start to
It's fucking popped off it. It's really long. This is really long for a bit.
Then you can always be sure they'll be hot, fresh, cheesy to the core. Oh yeah. Oh, oat cake Dan, oat cake Dan, oat cake Dan, and a sizzling pan, flipping in the morning.
That's the thing. Where are the oats? You know what I mean?
This kid's grows yawning. He's got bacon, cheese, and sausage on it.
I love that one of the top comments is oatcakes are a rip-off these days. I hope you enjoyed that. There you go, Pete. Famous. Famous in Stoke-on-Trent. Stuart. But I still don't know what a fucking oatcake is. I don't think anyone does. They're ground into flour. Right, so it's oat flour. That makes sense. Why don't you not just use a pancake? You know what I mean? Why don't you just use a pancake? Looks like a fajita out, but I guess made from oats. Yeah. Also, I know what I've been having for lunch. Are we all going to Stoke-on-Trent for an oatcake? From Oatcake Dan and his sizzling pan? You know? Did the concept for this ad cover about substance taking session? Well, the thing is with it is we all know about oatcakes now, and I've got the theme tune in my head. I'll bring you some oatcakes at the next event. I'm excited to try them because I'm a savoury pancake enjoyer. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was my only story today. I don't have much. Oh, there's something funny that was happening. There was there's something quite funny happening in my own comment section. But I only kind of planned to talk about this. What if oatshire pudding? Oh, an oatshire pudding could go crazy. Could go crazy, bro. You might be aware of a short I put out a week ago, or a week and a half ago, whatever. This one. Wow. Inspiring. Chill. Epic. Oh. Hell yeah. Wow. Out of focus. Wow. Anyway, I don't know why, but it has like almost 2 million views this video now, across multiple platforms like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. 2 million and counting. Absolutely crazy. There was a comment that was left the other day. Also, the top comment is DSP ejaculating, which is also quite funny, the profile picture. Where was this comment? Because it just went off. A lot of people being like, nothing new. Like, when I don't remember when I said it was new. Here it is. Here it is. Let me try and pull up this comment thread. And I have to go to this side, I think. Oh, now it goes to the middle if I do that. If I zoom in enough, it goes to the middle. Totimi Modelista says, these hacks, like paneliners, slap chop, etc., have been around for decades in the scale modeling community. Why Warhammer painters won't even look at the scale modeling world is beyond me. Bearing in mind, I'm just saying today's hack is painting it like it's Gunpla. I'm not saying it's new. I'm not saying it's new. I'm not saying it's like revolutionary. I'm just saying I'm just yoinking it from this community. You know what I mean? That's kind of the whole point of that comment. I never said I invented anything. Never said it was new. I just said I'm stealing it. Anyway, the edit of this comment goes crazy. That's crazy. That's the edit. Did you see how long that comment was? Just a quick reference. This is the edit of a one-line sentence saying people who do slap speed, they just need to look at scale modeling. Touchy people with very thin skin, white knights and ever-developing brains disclaimer. Because some Kevin assumed I was trashing Warhammer painters or feeling superior to them or whatever, when in fact I talk from experience. I'm not saying the scale modeling guys have more brains than you, or that I'm better and special because I knew these techniques before you did. That's a childish conclusion to what I said. I'm actually saying that I don't understand why Warhammer people are usually that self-centered hobby-wise. It's beyond me. It was an honest statement, not a childish game like, oh, look at me, I know more than you. I don't know what childish mind is behind this, Kevin, but my comment was literal because I don't get it. After 26 years active in both communities and failing 1,000 times to get Warhammer painters interested in scale modeling techniques, that is until a Warhammer YouTuber calls it slap chop, and then it's amazing. It is my opinion that Warhammer painters will benefit massively from watching channels like Plasma every now and then to learn new tricks and techniques faster, but they just won't because Warhammer is too self-centered in my honest opinion and miss out on many cool things mainly because of the Citadel closed painting system. Thank you for the 5, appreciate you.
There's a lot of projection in your comments at the moment. I think we can all agree.
We can agree, it's fucking ridiculous. Thank you for the 5, appreciate you. As opposed to scale modeling C, which being open source, that's just a metaphor, Kevin. Relax your nipples. It's developing constantly, thus coming up with new stuff more often. That's all I'm effing saying, and you are welcome to disagree, but if my comment is an attack on Warhammer or display of moral superiority, that's just your childish, dirty mind talking, not me, so please don't come to defend the community because it's just an opinion, even if my comment was a tad salty, because 26 years, forgive me, but Warhammer people just won't look at scale modeling stuff ever because they love it when they're Warhammer YouTube shows a new technique. So go watch Plasma and similar channels for new tricks and ideas, that's all I'm really saying. No offense, I thought the suggestion was implicit in my comment, and now I have very offended White Knight Kevin answering like a machine gun, rambling down here like he's talking alone, defending the community. What the fuck? In fact, there are many comments in this section just like mine, so agree to disagree or go play the White Knight with them. End bracket. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on in this comment? Why is that? Why is 4,000 a fucking PhD submission an edit? So let's look at the top comments to reply. So this is in reply to the original comment. Oh, it's crashed. Oh, chat, it's crashing. It's struggling to load. Oh, God. Low Flying Moose says, they do lol. Most painters use any and all tools. It's just people in different communities like to feel special and say some tricks are only for them. It's like if a Warhammer painter said, why don't the scale model community dry brush like us? See, it's a dumb statement. So that was in response to, one second, I just need a fucking calendar year to find the original comment. That's in reply to this. To then, it continues. I like to feel special and say our tricks are only ours. No, it's literally the opposite of what I said. I'm just making implicit recommendations, so take your emotional response somewhere else, please. You know some people feel offended in their pride too and answer with, some people want to feel special, but the truth is, GW sells a closed painting system. That's why new techniques appear every 2 or 3 years. Never said it was new. Never said it was new, just want to make that clear. In the Warhammer community, and everyone loses their minds like it's the best thing since pizza. While us, the scale modelers, blah, 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 us, the scale modelers, are like, what? That's new? Not even once. It's been the other way around. And I've been painting models in Warhammer for 26 years. I think we've made that clear. That's how misguided your comment is. I won't call it dumb statement because I have more class than you, but here's a list of new techniques from the scale modeling community that made it into Warhammer in the last 10 to 15 years, causing an earthquake on YouTube. Acrylic medium. Airbrush paints for airbrushing. Happy 1970. Oil paints. Panel liners includes anything you do with them. Black and white pre-painting or any colour and white. Pre-painting might be done by dry brushing, that's slap chopping the Warhammer community, or by an airbrush, or regular layering. Pigments, Citadel technical paints, OSL and NMM. Contrast paints are black and white pre-painted. It's just acrylic paint plus lots of retarder. Dan, that's just off the top of my head. All of it I saw way earlier in scale modelling contests, magazines, online forums, etc. Sometimes by 20 years. All of them I used way before they were a thing in Warhammer. And then a YouTuber discovers it and it becomes his technique. Or he says it comes from the Gunpla community. When that technique is ages old. Or calls it Slapchop and that's it. That is the name after 20 plus years of existence. Do you think this guy really hates Slapchop or is it just me? You know? You know, do you think this guy likes Slapshot? Wait, if we're all White Knight, Mikey, does that make him a damsel in distress? He is in distress, definitely. And all that only misinforms Warhammer painters who will never look at scale modelling scene. SpongeBob, that's definitely your. That's why I'm saying Warhammer painters should look more often to scale modelling scene, and that's all I'm saying. Don't come to me with the usual emotional response. No, I'm not hurt or offended, nor do I feel the need to be special, nor I take pride in being first, etc. It's just a recommendation. Go see what the scale modelling guys are doing every now and then to learn new tricks faster. This guy needs a tasty oatcake from Oatcake Dad to chill out. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Oh, I think he hates the idea of Slapshop. And it's like, why don't you go look at new scale modelling techniques? And then there's me showing scale modelling techniques and then getting fucking angry about it. Mikey, tell him in the replies that Rob Smith invented Slapshot. We could power a Metropolis off the steam and generate. Now, name one technique that the Wargaming community or GW brought to scale modelling scene. That's all your answers should be about in order to prove your point. I'll wait. Dumb statement. Lol. Dude's been cooking, just waiting for the video to drop it on. Well, don't worry, chat. There's more. This is just in my this is just yesterday. This is the other drama from yesterday. That's Low Flame Moose replies. That's a really long way of saying, wow, I want to be special. My hobby is more better than those silly Gunpla or Warhammer people. Get a grip, you sound like an infant. The irony of you calling me emotional here is just, oh, chef's kiss. I state a simple opinion with some logic to go with it, and you give us this mammoth outburst. By the way, I collect Warhammer Gunpla and quite often Airfix as well, but you clearly don't care. Didn't bother to ask. You just assume, just like you assume everything else in your little tantrum. Let me assume too that I think you are one trick Andy who's never really even talked to anyone from other miniature hobby genres. I think you have no brain of your own, just a mind melded by YouTube videos and comments resulting in baseless anger towards other hobbies that are similar to your own. Can I ask why all the anger? Valid comment. Valid question, I think. And for the record, I would say conversions and sculpting are probably the thing that Wargaming community has pushed further than any other, and in learning it myself, it is something I started using on my Gunpla and Airfix as I got bored of the standard models and wanted to make something cool, dynamic, battle moments and damage. I think you need to get off the internet, my guy. All your opinions about the Wargaming community are pure fiction. No one acts the way you think. We don't rave about new techniques thinking they got invented. We just adopt them and move on. It's not that deep, Chief. Really sounds like you're the one crying thinking you own a technique. Yeah, like you didn't inherit them from traditional arts or diorama creators. That's how the world works. People learn from others. Seriously, grow up. It's embarrassing. Like, I genuinely feel a bit bad for having that comment on live for everyone to see. Great reply from the low flying moose. He low flew straight into a good comment. That's what I'd say. However, chat, there's more! There's more! There's so much more, chat! Tatimi replied. What? Oh, don't come to me with that White Knight BS again and take your emotional rubbish somewhere else, please. New techniques are actually old for scale modelers because GW sells the closed paintings. He's obsessed with this fucking... There's GW sells a closed painting system. Like, it's not fucking obvious. Okay, but like... beginners, yeah. As soon as they're not beginners and they start exploring other techniques and people bring it to them and they're like, this is from another community, you should try it. They usually try it. What are you trying to say, bro? But the scale modeling community is open source, so it's updating constantly. I don't think this is true. I'm sure Hornby are trying to sell Hornby paints to you with Hornby other shit. Got it? Where's the superiority in that? $1,000 if you can point out where's my chauvinism in that. If a Warhammer painters want to learn new tricks faster, they should watch YouTube channels like Plasma every now and then. Fucking... Is this just the advertising budget of Plasma or something? That's all I'm saying, pal. Too bad it's a problem for you, or that the way I said it offended you, but it's in what it is, and I know I don't take pride in being first in the scale modeling scene or whatever the childish conclusion you jump to in order to signal your virtue by defending Warhammer from an non-existent attack from the imaginary scale model ogre. Funny that your accusation of chauvinism come from your moral supremacist white knight attitude. You just chose to believe something about me and went to war for it. Well, if reading comprehension is a problem for you, Kevin, you should just said so. I read that wrong. would have saved me a lot of time. Get lost. P.S. Again, I am as much part of the scale modeling community as I am of the Warhammer community. I don't want you here, bro. Bro, I don't want it here. And I'm pretty active in both. I don't like it. And yes, it is my opinion that the Warhammer community is very self-centered because Genius sells a closed painting system. I think we're up to 7 mentions of the closed painting system. You know? I bet this guy is out at a party. How is that chauvinist? Where did I take pride in that? It is you who can't handle my opinion and reacted like defending the honour of who? Childish, stubborn cow. Who's liking this comment? Who's liking this comment, bro? Are you on fucking drugs? What the hell is a closed painting system? I think he's referring to the fact that Games Workshop try and get you to use Games Workshop paintbrushes and Games Workshop paints on the models. But like every company does that makes paints and models. I think that's what he's trying to refer to. But he's mentioned it 17 times, so it's lost all meaning. Anyway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 and then more replies. Show more replies. I haven't read any of this. It just kept popping up on my phone. I was like, why don't you get you sent an essay? Low Flame Moose says, you can't just take the L. Move on, Chief. You don't speak for the entire communities, and your opinions on people are just that. Opinions. No one cares, and it's not that deep, my guy, and I don't think I'm the one that's defended here, seeing as you're the one that's shouting and ranting. All I have done is state that you are wrong to assume things about an entire community, but by all means, continue your tantrum and keep throwing your toys at the pram. That will help your case. Honestly, do you even hear yourself? Seriously, the ramblings of a mad person. You speak as if anyone that collects Warhammer is only allowed to use Citadel paints and GW tools. Lol. Like, actually stop and read your own comments. Do you even know what open source means? And reread my comment. There is a reason I made an assumption about you to prove a point that the fact my assumption was wrong actually reinforces my point, so thanks for that. I know you like my drama making, but do you have to cause it in shorts now? I just put a video out basically saying, look how satisfying it is when paint go round. And this is what I'm treated to. The closed painting system is because Genie bans your army for official toilets if you don't use Crag Blue and Ultramarines or Mephiston Red on Blood Angels. Yeah. This is why we need character limits on comments and posts. Ain't nobody reading all that shit. Bro, I'm going to the next comment and I'm pressing read more. My gosh, still here. You know when you're definitely on the right side of the argument when you are replying with, my gosh, still here. Does that mean Vallejo is an open system as its factory has holes in the roof? Now just repeating what I say, great job. Truly one of the debaters of all time. It's lagging because there's so many characters to load. You're the one that keeps pushing the same tired incorrect points with zero justification. I told you to just take the L and move on. It's okay to be wrong. What the fuck, man? Shut up! Junior Patreon open system because they don't close properly. Excellent. Use my short that caused drama and that C Studios stole from me and probably copyrighted afterwards to show you how to close them up again. It has millions of views, unlike theirs, which doesn't. Oh, excellent point. What a child, honestly. Take the L then. Jeez. Show more replies. Next time, don't generalize an entire community based on your limited experience. I've been collecting Warhammer for over 25 years. And everyone I know has learned from other hobbies. My group learned from our mate's dad, who has insane about World War II tanks and planes and all the cool tricks he showed us. We then taught to our people in our local Warhammer store. That was over 2 decades ago. So our entire existence proved your comment to be wrong. On the flip side of a bunch of World War II shits I painted up and a few gunplay use and stuff I learned from Warhammer people. There's no secret keeping. Everyone learns and shares if the technique work. It's used. I struggle with that sentence. Sorry, bro. Sorry, gamers. These sweeping generalizations you made are just fundamentally wrong. I know that plenty of people into gunplay that won't even listen to any tips, but if that doesn't mean the entire community is that way. Fix your worldview and don't make sweeping statements assuming the entire community is a certain way based on the limited interaction in your feelings. You don't realise it, but it's people like you that create this false barrier between hobby groups that just doesn't exist. Now go away and really think about what has been said and maybe tweak your worldview a bit. Oh my god, will you stop writing? Thank you! Sorry for trying to correct you. My bad. Should have known you had no interest in proving yourself. GG. Have a nice life. Finally, thank you. I think that's where it's end. I actually think that might be where it ends. What a fucking roller coaster, bro. What a roller coaster. What is happening? All because I said it was kind of satisfying to paint Warhammer with panel liner because that's fairly common in gunplay. You know? That's kind of all I said. So this is a Wendy's. Right, oh, that's a bit my reply. That's my reply now, yoink. My computer's lagging at this amount of comments. So that was the drama for my own comment section today. That's a Tommy guy comes across like a lot of people in America and the UK right now. Yeah. He has to have the final word. Yeah, how weird. What a weird comment section. Absolutely wild. Outrageous take. Always wanted to see this. Will you be selling these techniques at a war boot? Yeah, definitely, bro. I got you, fam. I got you. Oh, speaking of, there's been an update. The unrelated brushes posted 4 hours ago. From this day forward, showcase level jobs are now referred to as war boot level jobs. Trademark pending, just wait for my clown shoes to be fitted. For real though, our in-house painter Mike Minipainter has some superb talent. If you have a character or unit or even a whole army that you'd like painted to a super high standard, get in touch for a free, no hassle, no obligation quote. Guaranteed to beat the price of certain high-end prestige competitor, and our focus on ethical, artist-led and transparent culture means you know the guys at Team Unrelenting are paid properly for their work and treated with the utmost respect and gratitude. Have a wicked day. Peace. Hell yeah, dude. Give me that war boot tier, bro. Mikey refused. I'm not even going to read that. I'm not even going to read it. You sure you don't want to go with siege tier? I don't need the kind of negative rep that would come with it. Yikes. Yikes, dude. God, she looks like a certain community member is under siege after recent decisions. Very good. Very good. Also, Mikey refused claims that he causes drama by showing a shot where he causes drama. I caused nothing! I'm just here existing, and the people are shouting over me. They're shouting, I'm getting Eiffel Towered by it, but not in a fun way. 4 tiers of painting, Warboot, Iron Skull, Siege, and Scenic. Fucking brilliant. Oh, see, she is a proper rank step there. Yeah, big time. It's been a fucking yikes from the start, bro. It's been a yikes. It's been a fucking yikes from the start, dude. And it's like all self-inflicted, you know what I mean? It's all self-inflicted. Just because Mikey's a magnet for drama doesn't mean he's causing it. You lot caused the drama the other day. I got people in my comment section saying fucking, why would... We don't want gotchas back, Mikey. That's brutal. And I'm like, I didn't fucking say it. Mikey's finally transcended into drama in the purest form. I'm like, I'm part of the human instrumentality, but the instrumentality is the drama, and I'm just in the LCL swimming. I'm in the Fanta swimming through the drama. I want to know what you're going to talk about if Siege didn't punch themselves in the balls. I'd be playing Dawn of War, let's be honest. I'd be like, yo, chat, whoa, fucking AI cringe. I'd talk about AI then play Dawn of War, you know? It's not often I get a story that lasts me nearly 2 hours, but there we go. I did see the fucking... Did you see the AI drama? The AI drama? What are they called? OpenAI have just bought or just traded 10% of the stocks of AMD. Which is quite funny. Because if you didn't know, chat, if you didn't know, I'll do a quick, I'll have to do it on the fly, so I wasn't prepared for this story. It's been dropped on me. Been dropped on me now, is it? So in the tech industry, right? In the tech industry, there's Nvidia. Oh god, I don't want that big. Oh god. There's Nvidia, okay, which is one of the biggest. I think it's the biggest company in the world right now. But obviously they make computer chips, and one of their competition is Intel. So you might remember Intel, core processors, etc. So one of their biggest competition is Intel, okay, and their other big competition is AMD. You might know of all these things. I'll put it here. Okay, so these are like the big three, but really it's Nvidia and then these two eating the scraps. That's just kind of how things gone. I like it. I got AMD. I like AMD. Don't get me wrong. But OpenAI is obviously using a lot of Nvidia. Okay. And we did the full circle thing. You might remember the full circle thing. We had Nvidia giving money to OpenAI, but then OpenAI giving money to Oracle, and then Oracle buying stuff from Nvidia. It's like a full circle. Okay. Now, Nvidia, I don't know why this is so small. Nvidia is actually invested in Intel. because Nvidia, they produce a lot of their chips and stuff in places like Taiwan, and America is trying to put tariffs on anywhere in Asia because, you know, that's just what it does. So Nvidia invested billions of dollars into Intel, okay? Because this is an American company. And essentially, it sounds like it's a bit of a backdoor deal to be like, invest in Intel to keep them alive, bigger American brand. And then, like, fucking, we'll invest in there. And then, because we support an American brand, we continue to sell products in the US. Nvidia have also invested in OpenAI. They invested like fucking billions and billions of dollars last week. We kind of quickly covered that. But now OpenAI have invested in AMD. You know? So the big competition for Nvidia is Intel and AMD, and they have invertedly invested in both companies. One direct and one indirectly. But what's interesting with this one in particular, if you didn't know, is they've actually exchanged no money. OpenAI has said, we'll give you like $70 billion, you know, if you build us data centers, okay? But OpenAI has zero money. They have no money whatsoever because I think they're set to lose like $10 billion this year. They're making no profit whatsoever. So they're like, we'll give you $70 billion for you to build a data center. And then AMD have gone, well, can we have the money? And they've said no. So what they've done is said, instead of us giving the money, okay, what we'll do is we'll take 10% of the company, okay? We'll take 10% of the company, and then we'll pay you later once you've started building it, you know? As like a, you know, we'll hold on to this, you build us this, and then we'll give the money back, and we'll like give you more money. We'll actually give you more than 70 billion for if you do it. We'll just hold 10% of the company for now. Which is equal to $34 billion. Okay. And then what happened is once they'd taken 10% of the company, no money's been exchanged, AMD goes, we are now partnered with OpenAI. We are now partnered with OpenAI. Isn't this very cool? OpenAI is like, we love AMD. AMD to the moon. Okay. And then if we look at... I don't know if it was updated yet. One sec. And then you look at this and you go, wow, AMD's had such a climb because they're now working with OpenAI and they've been promised 70 billion to build data centers. So look how much money they're now worth. They got from $164 per stock to 226 in a day. Great job, AMD. It must be such a wealthy company because they just got 70 billion from OpenAI. Where actually no money was exchanged. It was all stock options. So now this 10% of the company that OpenAI owns is now worth more than 34 billion. It's probably worth closer to, I don't know, 70 billion maybe, because it almost doubled in a day. So then they can take the 70 billion, this 10%, sell it on the stock market, and then give it to AMD as payment. So actually, what it feels like is happening is OpenAI, I didn't mean to close that, OpenAI is kind of just promising people money and then going, give us a bit of your company, then we'll announce it. We'll sell the stock to the normal man, you know what I mean? And then we'll use the money we made from you giving us that 10%, and then we'll sell it on the market, and then we'll give you the money back. Sounds like grifting. Yeah, it's a bubble, bro. That is exactly what happened today. If you wanted to know the tech news of today, that's what happened. Is OpenAI announced that AMD were going to get 70 billion, and then they just like they hold 10% and the stock doubled. You know. I wonder who got rich from that. AMD, to be fair, and OpenAI essentially get a free data center because it cost them nothing. So yeah, there's your little update. And OpenAI have been doing this a lot. They're promising money. I think the number I heard was they have promised over $1 trillion to companies to build data centers and do stuff for them. But the company's currently making zero money. And they just launched Sora, the AI video generating app. and they're making they're like losing money from it. They're losing so much money because the whole idea of Sora was to be a TikTok AI slop, but all people are doing is making videos and posting them on TikTok. They're not like actually, because essentially what they want to do is have Sora as a TikTok competitor, but with AI, and then put ads on it to make some money. And then all people are doing is using Sora to make videos and put it on TikTok and Twitter. So, yeah, that is exactly what's happening. It's all going to blow up soon. I keep telling you it's going to blow up. It's definitely going to blow up. I love how AI is just an elaborate Ponzi con job. Yeah, the AI, the fact that people are partnering with OpenAI is just proving that they can make loads of money by holding the stock of that company and saying we're working with them. So, like, that's the only way that the OpenAI is making any money at the minute. So, the people who are making money is the people who own the companies, and the people who are losing money is shareholders, like, prospective shareholders like you or me, who are, like, investing in this company because it's done well, and then we're buying when it's really high because of AI, and we think it's going to go bigger, but actually there's no money being exchanged. It's like they're just passing around a £20 note being like, I've just gained £20. Here, I'll give you £20, and then I'll get £20, you know? Do you follow Ed Zytron? No, I've never heard of them, I'm afraid. The YouTuber? Yeah, it's very strange, to be honest. AI is the biggest bubble of all time. But he's definitely on it. But yeah, not only is like AI like killing the fact that all creative endeavors that people can have now, it's also just killing the economy. It's also just killing the economy as well. George Coleman mini siege update. Where are we looking for this? Have you seen a comment by painting faster? Where's the comment? On Instagram? But where am I looking? Is it a post? Six minutes ago. More development! Only last night did I find out about the situation with Warboo. I am shocked and outraged at these actions everyone else is in the community. Yes, I work for C Studios and I'm the face of most of its online content, but I have no involvement in the management or operation of the business at all, or anything to do with Warboo. I am, and always have been, simply an employee who's passionate about the miniature painting community and making videos. I am truly upset at the mark this has left and all of the hard work both myself and my colleagues have put into the channel. I'll be spending the coming days deeply considering the future and how to proceed from here. You'll hear more from me when the time is right. Bro, what is happening? Is he leaving? Chat, hot off the press! The face of C Studios online content are one of the three. Might be, I mean, that, to me, Reed's just threatening to leave. Crazy. I'm unbiased. That is, wowza, okay. Does Joe have an account? What's it called? Paint perspective. That's it, isn't it? It doesn't say who's the hosts are, obviously. It just says hosted by Siege. Does anyone know the other guy's Instagram? I don't remember his name. Oh, his Instagram name, sorry. Oh, Paint It Faster. I'm aware of the situation involving Warboot, and I not only understand but share the frustration and disappointment it caused. While I'm a player of Siege, I want to make it clear I was involved in the decision. They've both posted the same statement. So the two hosts of Paint Perspective, along with the owner, have both said, given the circumstances, they're taking time to think carefully about how to proceed personally and professionally. I've not seen or heard a bust up like this in ever, I don't think. Yikers. Both lads getting ready to hit that big eject button. That's what it to me, that's what it reads like. You know what I mean? They're like clearly distancing themselves from that idea. Just out of curiosity. Joining the painting phase. They're going to have to get a new host soon. They're going to have to get Peachy to leave his own channel and join. I think I know why they might be taking a distance. I think I might know why. Just to let you guys know that I've submitted the word rumour for copyright. Soon all your base will belong to me. Good day. Varak, I am copyrighting the use of marbles on a live stream when it's Warhammer related. Go fuck yourself. I'm trademarking Scamrack. So it's only 100, but obviously we don't know. It might have been 62,199, and now it's less than 62,000. So I wonder if there's been a bit of a misstep in terms of the public image, and now they are trying to revoke it. Marble is dead, all about wheel spin. I've already copyrighted that, mate. So too late. Lawyer up, Varak. Stop coming to my stream trying to steal my stories like you were last night. I broke the news on Monday, so go fuck yourself. Trademark foil. I'm going to trademark foil hats in YouTube videos when referring to Warhammer, because that'll be easy to trademark. A bit of a misstep is the biggest understatement of the week. Oh my goodness. Wow. So the two co-hosts of the podcast that they run have both come out and essentially tried to distance themselves from the events, you know. Is that them trying to save face? Personally, you know, if I was a dickhead, you know, personally, and I was running a podcast with two people and I made a fuck up and both from the same morning when we do not associate with this image, I'd be like, you guys are fucking leaving, aren't you? You know? You guys are fucking out of here, because this is not the united front we need right now for our podcast. You know? What's the next podcast gonna be? I'm sorry. You know? What's the next podcast gonna be about? What's it gonna be? We're sorry. What do you mean if, Ziggy? Don't question the if. Don't question the if, bro. Chat, all I want to say is there is always a tweet. But in this instance, there's always a thumbnail. Chat, there's always a thumbnail, you know what I mean? Was meant to be the next guest on Monday the 13th. Awkward, bro. I would cancel your train. You know what I mean? I would cancel your train, bro. Joe does all the admin for Siege and he'd be lost to the company if he goes. George does all the media. Paul runs their bit story. It's not like it's just their podcast cast. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know all that. But I just think this is funny. You know what I mean? Yo, paint perspective. If you ever need a guest, just let me know. I'll come on. I'll come on, bro. Just give us a shout whenever you're ready. I'm sure we'd have a great time. Oh, bro. Yeah, what they gonna ask you? Yo, have you ever... How do you get out of community drama? Have you mental health? You know what I mean? How do you get out of community drama? Have you thought about that? Let us know. So you do Instagram. Have you considered... Have you ever got into drama on Instagram? How do we get out of it? Go wearing a war boot shirt. I want to go with my Hellstorm logo shirt. You know what I mean? I'm just going to go with this shirt. There's like... 1 second. I have to delete everything because I'm just using the same thumbnail over and over again. Chat, it's going to be good. Promise, promise, promise. Don't go anywhere. Right, we're going to have the logo. And it's going to be like... Hellstorm. Okay. It's going to be like this. Okay. Okay, but then we're going to have a gradient. Like I said. We have a red and black gradient. It's going to be like... It's going to be like... Red. To black. But we're going to have it the other way. Okay. Like that. We're going to change the font. So it's a bit more epic. What's happened? Okay. We're going to have a better font. We're going to have... I don't know. Sure. Sure. We'll have this. Right. And then what we'll do is we'll put a white outline on it. We'll put a white outline on it. Because we love a bit of white outline. Wait for it, chat. It's going to have a drop shadow. Beautiful. But then... we're going to have... Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Wait for it. It's going to be good. Promise you, promise you. We're going to replace the S with something really cool. Hell yeah, dude. New logo just dropped. New logo just dropped, bro. Where's the magic wand? There it is. We got that slick wood effect, you know what I mean? We'll just leave it like that. That's fine. That'll do. New logo just dropped, bro! Let's go! Need some paintbrush PNGs, true. We'll put it under the logo. You know what I mean? Does that make it House to start? No, there's only one S. I've just covered it. You know? That's not bad, actually. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. It's very original. If anyone uses this, I will be trademarking. I will send you a cease and desist because I'm going to copyright the word Hellstorm logo. Should I use a brush to paint houses? Nah, it's clearly not the same because these brushes are upside down. You know, these brushes are upside down. You know what I mean? This is very original content. If I go like this on the text, I can rub out the other S. You know, just rub it out. You'd never fucking know. The two L's should be brushes. I think we're thinking too much into it, you know what I mean? I think we're thinking about this a little bit too much. I think that's a really cool logo. I should get this on a t-shirt. Upside down brushes, is that code for distress? Chat, I want you to write an essay about why the paintbrushes are upside down. Warboot Minis new channel coming soon. I like war more than I like my boots. You're thinking about it more than James. Yeah, I thought ahead, bro. Yeah, I thought ahead about it. I mean, that's cool. I think it looked cool on a t-shirt, don't you think? Don't you think that look cool on a t-shirt? I think it looks sick. Would you wear that, chat? It's completely different. It's never been done before. You might want to make a solid background first. No, I think that makes it better. I think the white squares make it better. Imagine 2 white squares on your boobs. You know? Looks sick. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, brother. I mean, that looks cool. No? I mean, that looks epic. Oh yeah, the edge of the brushes are touching my nipples. Hellboot TM incoming. Let me zoom it out so you can get the full idea. You know, let me zoom it out so you get the full concept. I think that looks epic, to be honest. I think that looks so good, actually. I don't think it'll vibe as much if it's got the backgrounds removed, you know? I don't think the vibe will be right. It'll be off. I think it should be low down, yeah. Gotta sell out before you get cease and desist. If I get rid of the squares, it won't look right. Okay, chat, let me try it. I'll show you. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing. Never mind. Change it to fake PNG boxes. Ah, wait, we might be on something, chat. Chat, we might be on something. I can't recopy all the things now. If I merge those, and then I give them the white outline. Hell yeah, dude. That's a shirt and a half. This sort of decision making without someone to bounce ideas off is how we got here in the first place. That's slick, bro. That's actually pretty slick. Maybe we should do this. You know? We should probably sort this shit out. Should I get gradient the same gradient overlay? Now I feel it looks poo. I feel it looks poopy. Color overlay. We should make this gold or something. I don't know. Hell yeah, dude. Without the boxes, it does look actually okay. Maybe a bit fashy though. What about this says it's fashy? What about this bit is fashy, bro? We need the silver, don't we? Because that's what I think looks cool personally. Personally, I think looks cool. Hell yeah, dude. Look at that. Look how slick that looks now. The inward sloping diagonals on the paintbrushes are giving a bit SS. Didn't they have lightning? Cross the brushes over and then add 4 more smaller brushes on the ends and it would look a bit fash. Well, that's not really what I'm trying to go for, so I don't appreciate the tips. That's not really what I'm aiming for, so I don't appreciate, like, the ideas. They aren't going to be utilised in this. I think that looks pretty slick. Anyway, chat, new t-shirt coming soon. New t-shirt coming soon. I'm about to crack into that far right. I don't want to. What if we make them go the other way? You know what I mean? Oh, they're one image now. I can't do anything about it. I can't do much about it now. It looks like I got jazz hands now, like jazz brushes. Limited set. I'll get them at Wirral Walk On. You know what I mean? I'm going to Wirral Walk On, and this is what I'm selling. What if we had that, like that, and then we were like, war boot. Oh, bro, we might be onto something here. Bro, we might be onto something. Bro, I think we're onto something! Yo! I'm starting a new event, chat! Let's go! Oh, we could have it as with the real event. War Booty. That's me. I'm the War Booty. For us Americans, what's a war boot? Anyway, I do explain at the start of the stream, but essentially a war boot is a yard sale. A yard sale, but everyone used to meet up with cars and sell stuff out of their car. And a war boot is just the idea of that, but like with Warhammer. Can you do war boot in your font? I don't really have a font, that's the problem. Probably TM. I do have the war boot. I'm going to trademark war booty because I'm the one with the war booty. No problem at the end. All good, mate. You are at the end of the stream, so it's okay. Is Siege threatening to sue Mikey? Probably not yet, but they will be. War booty on the back, lower down. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, that works. Anyway, why would I get sued? This is totally original. This is totally original. Why would I get... What would I get sued for? I could get sued by the Smiths app because I stole their logo and just cut the background out. You know? Anyway, chat, it's 1 PM. I think we're done here. I think we're kind of going around in circles. I think we've made a great t-shirt. We made some great points. I think all apologies aren't hard. All you have to do is say sorry, and that's kind of it. That's essentially what we wanted to say today. So, thank you so much for watching. If you missed the stream, you can either watch this one back, or I will be releasing it as a video today on the old second channel, Hellstormwargaming. Really appreciate it if you go subscribe there. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on the second channel, so I can put adverts in the videos and actually make money so I can pay my rent. Because my rent is expensive. Why don't we talk about the Legends Compendium farce? What's the farce? What's the Legends farce? You mean they've consolidated it? I didn't think it was a problem. Now my feet have your attention. In light of the war boot drama caused by CTS, my question is there a war boot link on the Lincolnshire? A quick Google, but can't up with much. Drukhari units didn't have new rules they cut from the codex. That's kind of normal though, right? That's just how legends work. What's the problem with that? That's what they always do. Oh, they've actually wrote actual rules for them as well. They just went, yeah, they're not. Yeah, they've actually written proper rules for them, like grots. So they actually work with the codex. Can't talk bad about drukhari, apparently you just get shit for it. Yeah, that's true. I got a lot of hate for my video. Am I dumb? No, you're not dumb. This is kind of what they do with all units that they get rid of, though. They write actual rules and then dump it in Legends and never look at it again. So, it's just frustrating because these could have just been in the codex. But, like, yeah, it's they don't make the models and they don't want to make fine cats. That's why they're in here. So yeah. Anyway, chat. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Shout out to C Studios for all the content today. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you. Get me laughing yesterday. And yeah, good luck to you, Joe and George, in your ideas. If it's something different, I hope you find all the success. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Thanks for the memberships. I'm going to go and make this into a video now on the second channel. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to it. Thank you everyone who gifted a membership or sent a super chat. You literally make a whole world of difference. And if you're a grey name, give over. Become a member next time. And I'll hopefully be back Friday for a game. Good luck not getting cease and desist of your new shirt. It's completely original. Never been done before. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Catch you Friday, my gamers.